Excuse me, Geezy back at it. Another reaction. This time we got Skilla Baby's top GMO Stax arrested days after Skilla survived 25 plus shots. Y'all know what I had to do on this story, man. Skilla getting shot was a big story, you know what I'm saying, happened recently. So we're going to tap in and see what's the details, you know what I'm saying, what's unraveling so far. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe my content. Without further ado, let's get straight to it. I ain't gonna lie, GMO Stax hard though. If y'all don't know about boy, make sure y'all check out his music. Like, he definitely hard. I ain't gonna lie.
Man, what's up everybody? It's 1090 Jake. I'm rocking with y'all and y'all rocking with me. And for this video, we're gonna be speaking on Skilla Baby being shot in Detroit, crashing his car, and the beef that may have been behind it. May 22nd, 2025, it was 7 p.m. when police responded to a call for shots fired on 8 Mile in Centralia.
True.
A 911 caller had reported a shooting followed by a crashed vehicle. Arriving on scene, officers would locate a black SUV crashed into the front of a building. Nobody would be found inside the building or the vehicle. Further investigation revealed a gunshot victim was taken to the hospital by a witness who saw firsthand what took place. The victim, identified as 26-year-old Trevon Gardner, is more commonly known as the Detroit rapper Skilla Baby. Police would learn a vehicle had pulled up alongside Skilla while traveling down 8 Mile, the same road made famous by Detroit legend Eminem. The rear passenger window of a dark-colored sedan began to roll down as over 20 shots were fired. Skilla Baby would be grazed in the head, grazed in the back, and shot in the hand, then lose control of his vehicle and crash into a building. Luckily, the shooters weren't dedicated enough to get out and finish Skilla Baby while his vehicle was disabled. The suspects were able to get away from the scene, and police still haven't figured out exactly why Skilla Baby was targeted.
They probably thought the 25 shots did the job because the way he crashed the car, but I ain't gonna lie. Somebody like this, you know what I'm saying? You gotta make sure if you gonna go this far to do it, to finish it all, you know what I'm saying? Don't leave no food on the table, man. Go on, goddamn, do what you gotta do.
Disabled. The suspects were able to get away from the scene, and police still haven't figured out exactly why Skilla Baby was targeted. But videos from bystanders would begin to make their way to social media.
See, I ain't seen nothing. Damn, he crashed. That one nigga too.
Dog just, bro, he just blew that.
News reports would state Skilla Baby was in stable condition and recovering in the hospital. Just 48 hours after being shot, Skilla could be seen rocking an arm sling and rocking the mic as he was on stage performing with 42 Doug. The 26-year-old would show everyone
he gonna be hurt in the morning,
whoever did what wasn't stopping anything. And if truth be told, Skilla Baby wasn't a stranger to violence. For those familiar with Detroit rap beef, Skilla Baby has had a long history with a rival rapper by the name of GMO Stax. GMO allegedly being short for gang members only. Stax was also from the West Side and fell under an alliance made up of multiple cliques known as DWBI, short for Don't Worry About It. Back in 2022, a video would leak from a recording studio of Skilla Baby facing 5 men, one of them being GMO Stax. The two briefly became physical before the video came to an end. Stax would later go live showing not 1, but 2 chains belonging to Skilla Baby, including a memorial piece.
GMO, where everybody, don't worry, everybody. Any nigga ain't none of that, nigga. Yeah, shout out my SB niggas too, boy. I'ma fuck me. Hey, put the light on that bitch. Let me see how hard it is. Let me see how hard this shit.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. Taking them more pieces OD, like, you ain't gonna do nothing with that. Like, that don't mean nothing to you. That's crazy.
Oh, shit. That nigga shit, Skilla in the play with them tweakers.
He say y'all some little niggas.
Skilla in the play with them tweakers.
He say y'all some little niggas. Look at these little niggas.
Stax would shout out GMO, Don't Worry About It, and continue to diss Skilla. All the while, Skilla Baby had been shot leading up to the robbery. As could be seen on the surveillance camera, even when outnumbered, Skilla Baby wasn't backing down. Off-camera shots were fired, and Skilla would be shot in his side, a wound he'd later show while doing a cooking show with Ari Fletcher.
You ever been stabbed before?
Ooh, no.
No?
I got shot though.
For real, where?
On my side. Is it the grave?
Let me see.
Went through. All the way through clean? Yeah.
Now, a rapper getting his chain snatched is the equivalent of an athlete being injured. It can be career-ending. But Skilla didn't shy away from speaking on the incident and letting it be known he stands on business.
True.
That and the fact he had to be shot to be robbed, the incident would have no effect on his career, especially when he left it in the streets and never went into detail on actually being shot.
Right, he ain't never
I was
feed
watching
into it.
the Leave It in the Streets video, and you had your whole side bandaged up. What was that?
I got shot.
Yeah, but like that recently, I didn't. Have you talked about that in an interview or anything?
No, not for real.
What happened?
I got shot.
Ain't nothing to talk about.
If anything, he showed he was with the shit and had the right mentality to keep it moving. But Skilla would seemingly go off the tracks as pride began to come into play. Now, Skilla clearly landed a no-jumper interview with the chain-snatching incident.
See what I'm
being
saying?
the
I'm keeping
highlight of
100,
the interview.
and I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all. A lot of folks is just not getting on the Skilla because of this whole female movement he got going on, making song about the ladies. Bro, he been, you know what I'm saying, in the loop with a whole lot of other shit. Like, it's just like, now that he got mainstream for the ladies. He didn't get mainstream for, like, his street music, I ain't gonna lie. That's the reason why niggas don't know about this side, I ain't gonna lie.
Time after, a fight video would drop with Skilla swinging
I seen this too, I ain't gonna lie.
GMO Stax was present, and someone can be heard
Like, I'm gonna keep it 100.
was the fight.
GMO Stax was on his neck, bro. Like, he was on his neck.
Skilla Baby would hold his own, swinging for heads, and surprisingly has a few fight videos where it appears he actually has hands. Another brawl video would be released of Stax, appearing to be tossed around while someone can be heard asking where's the pole. Skilla Baby would post a screenshot of Stax's not-so-proudest moment, and again, the beef between the two was continued a year after Skilla was robbed. 2 years after Skilla's no-jumper interview, Stax would land his own, and of course, the robbery would be brought up. Not long after, a back and forth through Instagram story posts would lead to Skilla Baby dropping a bomb on Stax. Imagine knowing somebody about to drop a diss song and you can't even go to the studio to respond because you want house arrest for criminal sexual conduct. SMH,
Oh, he
your
tweet.
little freaky ass belong in jail. Stax would reply alluding that Skilla was making things up and that Skilla ran to the police because he was scared, even going as far as saying the first thing police did when arresting him was turn on Skilla Baby. And that's why Skilla makes songs for females, because the streets don't feel it. But Stax never actually addressed why he got arrested. Skilla would fire back saying, imagine being on Instagram posting angry paragraphs about a person while he on a plane sneak dissing you to this white lady in first class drinking mocktails. Stax would
It's
respond
levels.
with, imagine having to move out of town because you can't move around your city without her pushing up on you. Stax was making it clear anywhere he found out Skilla was at, he was coming for him. Rumors already made their way through the internet Stax was involved in Skilla being shot and robbed because of the surveillance video, and also because Stax posted the chains after. But he wasn't done. Skilla is clearly the bigger artist, and as long as Stax can attach his name to Skilla's, he was going to ride the clout. Well, Skilla would drop a bomb, simply saying, all right, let me end this, while posting Stax's full name along with his arrest for criminal sexual conduct. Now, 22-year-old Damari Carter, aka GMO Stax, was arrested in October of 2024 on 2 counts of criminal sexual conduct, one being a misdemeanor and one being a felony. Then in February of 2025,
Nigga brought the
he hit
facts
with
up.
3 more charges. GMO Stax was now being called GMO Diddy on Reddit, and while nobody knows the details of the case, it sounds like some freaky shit. But let's not get it twisted. Skilla has songs for the women, but he'd also drop his nuts on tracks and get the dissing. Only 3 months ago, Skilla would drop Freaky Pit, dissing the dog shit out of GMO Stax. Now, according to the Wayne County jail site, Stax was arrested on those freaky ass charges and had been released on a $100,000 bond.
Damn.
But on Wednesday, May 28th, an Instagram blog by the name of Detroit Hits would state GMO Stax and DWBI Baby Press were arrested while showing a video of the arrest taking place. DWBI Millie, who goes by the name Millie Rock on Instagram, would post Stax to his story saying, "You never listen to me," with a sad face and a broken heart. Now, initially, the Detroit Hits blog would allege Skilla Baby was attending the prom send-off of Bryce Underwood.
The guest that we have is Bryce J. Underwood. How you doing today, Bryce?
That's the quarterback that's going out through Michigan, right?
I just want to really introduce you guys to a young man, very young man, that's actually going to be something special.
He hard, though.
Team will you be playing with this year?
I'm going to bring my talent to the Michigan Wolverines.
I'm Bryce Underwood, future quarterback at University of Michigan.
Yeah, he hard.
Yeah.
Bryce went to Belleville High, roughly 30 minutes away from downtown Detroit. According to Detroit Hits, Skilla Baby was spotted and followed by DWBI Millie. The day after the shooting, Stax would leave a blood emoji on Millie's page, and a ton of comments would accuse Millie of shooting Skilla Baby. But with the arrest of GMO Stax, it would appear Stax may be the one that's about to be charged with attempting to kill the rapper.
Damn.
If that's the case, then there's the motive. A long back and forth history of dissing and violence
Right, makes sense.
that stemmed from the robbery of his chains and the continued beef as one career blew up while the other clung on, trying to keep from fading. We'll just have to wait and see.
No, yeah, it's much to this story, ain't law.
Now, I'm not gonna lie, Skilla Baby is blessed, and a lot of people were talking about the prayer that he posted on his Instagram, and come to find out, it's just the type of guy that he is. It's not like he's out there being a savage and then one day decided to pray, and then the next day he survived an insane shooting. They actually say he's a good kid. He has a lot of love for Detroit, and he does a lot of things for his city, even though he's beefed with the police and they shut his shows down, whatever. But when you have somebody like this who's clearly clout chasing, trying to ride the wave, and trying to make himself a part of anything you do in Detroit, that's why they say the best thing to do is move away from your hometown, because
Let's bring you down.
everyone's going to try to attach themselves to you. And it's always going to be negative. It's always going to weigh you down. We don't know if GMO Stax did this. From my understanding, I thought he was actually incarcerated, but apparently he made a bond and then just got arrested. I don't know how that works. From what I was looking at, it said he had a bond, but either way it go, now a video drops of him
that's
actually
crazy,
getting
though.
arrested, and I guess we just have to go on that. But if he actually gets charged with the shooting, he
It's
gotta be
over.
one of the dumbest
it's
motherfuckers
over.
after this long-ass history of them beefing. The littlest piece of evidence that ties you in, and it's literally
It's over.
like, oh yeah, well, now we know why you did it. It's clear cut. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, but young dumb motherfuckers gonna do what they're gonna do, right? So it is what it is. He's got some freaky ass charges. I don't know what's up with that.
Nah, yeah.
You know, I haven't seen the paperwork on that. I don't know.
That
how
joint
you get
crazy
with
though, man.
criminal-
Yeah, let me know in the comments what y'all think, man. I ain't gonna lie. If he did that, that is crazy, because it ain't gonna be hard to, you know what I'm saying, pin him for the charges, knowing what they had going on this whole time. But, you know what I'm saying, that's it for the reaction, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, more content. Till next time. It's the one on the Geezy.